In this video, we will see introduction to financial management. After watching this video, you can able to understand what is financial management, objectives of financial management, functions of financial management, and financial decisions, then various sources of finance. Let us start with what is financial management. The finance means if you're going to start a business, you have to decide what are the assets needed to run the business and estimate the total cost, cash requirements, and analyze the various sources of finance to run the business. So all these activities are called financial management. We have a definition. According to Solomon, financial management is concerned with the efficient use of an important economic resource, that is capital fund. In simply we can say financial management is manipulation, allocation, and control of money in the organization. Next we will see the objectives of financial management. Profit maximization. The profit maximization is the main objective of the organization. The financial manager tries to maximize the profit in short term and long term. Wealth maximization means shareholders' value maximization. The financial manager tries to give maximum dividend to his shareholders and also to increase the market value of shares. Then estimation of financial requirements. The financial manager estimates the total financial requirements of the company so that he has to estimate the fixed capital and working capital to run the business. Then mobilization of funds. Mobilization means collection of finance. After estimating the financial requirements, the financial manager must decide about the various sources of finance such as shares, debentures, bank loans, owned capital and borrowed capital. Then utilization of funds. The financial manager must make optimum utilization of finance. He must not invest the company's finance in unprofitable projects and he should try to avoid the risky projects also. Maintain cash flow. It is a short-term financial objective of the organization. The financial manager must consider the day-to-day expenses such as purchase of raw materials, payments of wages, salaries, rent, etc. The next one is creating reserves. The company must not distribute the full profit as dividend to its shareholders. It must keep a part of its profit as reserves. The reserves can be used for future growth and expansion of the organization. Then increase efficiency. The financial manager tries to increase the organization efficiency by distribution of finance in all departments. Next one, reduce the cost of capital. The cost of capital means if the financial manager must properly plan the capital structure of the organization, it must minimize the cost of capital. Then reduce risk and uncertainty. There must be many risks and uncertainties in business. The financial manager must take proper steps to reduce the risk and also he must avoid the high risky projects. Financial management. Estimation of capital requirement is a very basic function of all the organization. If not, the company will become overcapitalized or undercapitalized. Determining capital structure. The capital structure is a ratio between owned capital and borrowed capital. If the company has too much of owned capital, then the shareholders will get fewer dividend. Whereas if the company has too much of borrowed capital, it has to pay a lot of dividend, so that the company has to determine the capital structure in the properly. Then estimation of cash flow. Cash flow refers to which comes in and which goes out of the business. Mainly the cash comes in from sales. The cash goes out from business expenses, so that the financial manager should properly estimate the future sales and future expenses. Investment decision. The business gets cash mainly from the sales, right? It also gets cash from some other sources. say for example equity shares, debentures, long-term loans, etc. So that the financial manager must invest the cash properly. Especially the long-term cash must be used for purchase of fixed assets, and the short-term cash must be used for working capital expenses. Then allocation of surplus. Surplus means the profit earned by the company, and the company have three major options. One is dividend to its shareholders. Next one is the amount saved as surplus. Next one, the company can give a bonus to its employees. Here the financial manager has the responsibility to decide the right option to spend its allocations. The next, checking the financial performance. It must be done on regular basis. The financial manager must compare the financial performance of the company with established standards. Okay, financial control. The financial manager has a proper control over all the economic activities. He has to done this activity through using various techniques like ratio analysis, financial forecastings, cost control, profit controls, etc. Then next we will see the financial decisions. There are four major decisions taken by the financial manager. There are investment decisions, financial decisions, dividend decision, and liquidity decision. Let us see one by one. Investment decision means the allocation of capital to long-term assets. It is also called the capital budgeting. It has two major aspects. One is evaluation of new investment, and then a comparison of new investment and prevailing investment. Here, the financial manager has a responsibility to calculating the expected rate of return before choosing the project. The next, financial decision. Financial decision is all about how to acquire the funds and when, where to acquire from various sources. It is also called the capital structure. It has the proper balance, proper ratio between the equity and the debt. The sound financial structure is said to be the one which aims to maximize the shareholders' return with minimizing the return. The next one is dividend decision. It is a financial manager's responsibility to decide optimum dividend policy which maximize the market value of the firm. Here, the financial manager using the dividend payout ratio to calculate the proper optimum dividend policy. The next one is liquidity decision. It is very important to maintain the liquidity in the organization and to avoid the insolvency. Here, the firm has the liquidity, and risk is also associated with investments in current assets, so that the company has to carefully invest its assets invest its amount in current assets. The next, we have sources of funds. We have various sources of funds. It has been divided into long-term funds and short-term funds. First, we will have long-term funds. First one is capital market. The capital market is the one where the company raises its funds by issuing shares, debentures, and various types of financial resources. First one is, if the company is going to issue in capital market, if the company initially raised its capital, it is called new issue market, and the company is in the activities of buying and selling of shares and debentures in already issued companies is called stock market. In capital market, issuing three types of shares: preference shares, equity shares, and deferred shares. We will discuss it later. Next, we move on to debentures. Debentures, in simply we can say it is creditor slip, which reporting the long-term debtedness of the company. A public limited company is allowed to raise its debt or loan through debentures after getting the credit of commencement of business if permitted by its memorandum of associations, right? Next, financial institutions. There are large number of financial institutions supporting financial activities of the companies. Say for an example, Industrial Finance Corporation of India, IFCI, and ICICI. Then in state level institutions like State Finance Corporation and State Industrial Development Corporations, etc. And next we have leasing companies. This especially for manufacturing companies can secure long-term funds from this leasing companies. For this purpose of the lease agreement is made, whereas by plant, machineries and other fixed assets, after a certain period of time the lease asset is acquired by the company. Next one is foreign sources. You have three major types of foreign sources or used by the company. One is foreign collaborators, then institutional financial institutions, and next one is non-residential Indians. For this foreign collaborators, the company may secure capital from abroad through subscription of the foreign collaborators, which the way of supply of technology, patents, drawings, etc. Then this international financial institutions called World Bank and industrial financial corporations are supporting industrial development all over the world. Next, NRIs, we know very well, the person of Indian origin and nationality living abroad. They are also permitted to subscribe shares and debentures in our Indian companies. Next, retained profit. The amount of profit which is accumulated as general reserves from every year. This retained amount can be reinvested for expansion and diversification of business activities. Next, we move on to short-term finance. First one is trade credit. It is a credit the firm gets from its suppliers, and here it facilitates the purchase of suppliers without immediate payment, and there is no credit is payable for this trade credit. Next one, installment credit. The firm gets credit from its equipment suppliers. The supplier may allow the purchase of equipment with the payment extended over 12 months or more. It depends on the number of installments. Okay. Next one is customer advances. The manufacturing company, especially manufacturing goods, were paying the part of payment in advance received by its customers is called customer advance. Next one, there is commercial banks plays a vital role in assisting with the financial requirements from the organizations, especially providing loans, overdraft, and discounting the bill. Okay. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to getting updates. Thank you.